All right, what we want to do is we want to find a new function of y where x is 1.3. So in other words, what we're doing is we're trying to find a y at 1.3. But the problem is we can't find y, a function of y, because the derivative has x and y in it, which means we can't find an antiderivative, so we can't find a function of y. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to use Euler's method. And Euler's method looks like this. And essentially what it says is I'm going to take my next y is going to be my last y plus the derivative at that last y, x and y, multiplied by delta x, which is going to be 0.1. So we're going to start with our initial conditions. So in other words, y naught? Well, y naught is going to be 2. And then that point at that, when y is 2, is going to be 1, 2. All right, so in order to find my next y, I'm going to take my last y, which was 2, and then I'm going to add it to the derivative with these two things plugged in. So it's going to be y, which is 2, and then minus x, which is 1, which ends up giving me 1. And so that's going to be 1 multiplied by 0.1, because that's what delta x is. And if I put this all together, I end up getting 2 plus 0.1, which is 2.1. And so at that point, it's going to be, well, x changed by 0.1. So this is going to be 1.1, and then comma 2.1, because 2.1 is my next y. So then I'm going to go to the next one, so which is going to be y2, which is going to be my last y, plus delta, the derivative at that point. So the derivative at that point is going to be 2.1 minus 1.1, which ends up being, well, 1 again. So this becomes 1 multiplied by 0.1, which gives me 2.2. And at that point, y changed by 0.1. And I mean x changed by 0.1, and y is going to be 2.2. All right, let's go to the next one. That's going to be my last y, which is going to be 2.2, plus my derivative at that point. So my derivative at that point is going to be essentially 2.2 minus 1.2, which ends up being 1 again. That doesn't happen all the time, just for this situation. So 1 multiplied by 0.1, which is going to give me 2.3. And at that point, we have x changed by 0.1, which is 1.3, and then 2.3 is my other y. So at the point 1.3, my function is going to be 2.3.